I'm Lavinia Butler, and welcome to Luvric and Company. We have a very exciting show this evening, and the show is about the International Black Film Festival that's coming to Nashville, and we want to talk to you all about it and some exciting films that are coming that we want everybody to come out and see. And with us today, our guest, Hazel Joyner Smith, who is the founder and CEO of the International Black Film Festival. Glad to have you, Hazel.
Good to be with you again, Lavinia.
And we are very delighted to have Rashid Bahati, who is the Senior Vice President and of Business Development for Lead Dog Entertainment out of Beverly Hills, California. Glad to have you, Rashid.
Thank you so much. Good to be here.
Yes, my gosh. From now, far as the Black Film Festival, Hazel, tell us all about the Black Film Festival. You founded it when and the mission of it and so forth.
Well, we founded the Black Film Festival in 2006.
Okay.
So this is our third year going into the festival.
Oh, okay.
And we're very excited about what we're doing. We founded the festival because we saw that there was a need for people to tell their stories in their own voice and to find their own identity, which is a part of our mission statement. And we want to be able to share stories from around the world, from all people. Although we say Black Film Festival, it's about the Black experience, which is about everyone's experience, because our experiences are interconnected. We are a part of each other. So sometimes we don't always get that story. And there's so many, many ways that we can begin to experience each other's lives.
So, okay. So you founded it 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
Okay. And did it come from something else, or what made you spur that idea?
Well, actually, I have been dealing in film and TV for a very long time, before coming to Nashville in '94. Okay. So part of my work at Fisk University was to work in film under Dr. Raymond Winbush when he was at the Race Relations Institute. And we did this as a part of the Spring Arts Festival. And what we recognized there, that there is a large population in the community that did not have a venue that recognized the work or the stories that they had to tell. And there are many film festivals across the world, but there are some that are culturally specific and some that may work with the underserved communities. And that was one thing we realized that we could do. And that didn't mean that the story was any less than any other film festival or less than any other film festival in any way. It was just that we were meeting a need that had not been met.
Okay. And through the International Black Film Festival, it's you're meeting those needs, and now for 3 years. And to help you meet those needs is your curator.
Right, yes.
I like that, of Lead Dog Entertainment from Beverly.
Like Lead Dog.
I like that. Tell us about your company, Lead Dog Entertainment, and then also what all your involvement is with the International Black Film Festival here in Nashville.
Sure. Well, Lead Dog Entertainment is a distribution company designed to distribute African and African diaspora film. So our focus is primarily on African and African diaspora. That means anywhere in the world that we find Black stories or dealing with the Black experience, we want to bring those stories to a distribution point where people can access them. And so that's what we've done now for 5 years. We travel around the world. We go to various festivals and markets, film markets around the world, from West Africa to Berlin, to Cannes, France, and the south of France, Brazil, and places to look for our stories. And we're right at that point in the proliferation of digital technology where there's a lot of filmmaking going on around the world now, and these new story these new storytellers are emerging with just exciting information that we haven't seen before.
Oh my! Now you got me sitting up high, up taller, wanting to hear more.
Yes.
So, from your traveling around to Brazil and
Yes.
to Africa and all of the countries around the world, you're hearing more stories and who's making the films or collecting this data and so forth.
Well, this is the point, is that as Hazel was saying, our stories, when I say our stories, just speaking to the fact of consciousness of black people, our stories haven't been told.
Right.
So basically, what you're finding now, this the emergence, because of the leveling of the playing field with technology, where it's allowing the access to the cameras, the digital cameras and so forth, even on the continent of Africa, where they're shooting films and telling their stories now. Just like, for example, give you an amazing film on Amazing Grace, which is the song that, of course, a lot of Christian people sing in the churches. There's a film out of Nigeria that's the name of the film, called The Amazing Grace, which tells that story of that history, how that song came about from a Nigerian perspective.
Oh, okay.
See, which is a different concept. So that's why it's important to have an International Black Film Festival Nashville, because we can bring those types of films to this community that you would ordinarily never see.
Well, what kind of films are you going to bring this year?
Well, that's the exciting thing, is that's a great question, because this year, I think, through the efforts of Hazel and her staff and me working with them and other people here in this community, this year they have a tremendous festival, kicking off with a film with Robert Townsend called Why We Laugh, which is a quintessential documentary on blacks in comedy. And it was at Sundance, so it's a highly acclaimed film. So that's going to be the opening night on Wednesday, September 30th. Out at Opry Mills. So we're excited about that.
Wonderful.
Yes, that's the opening night film. And then right after that, the next evening is our international program, which will showcase some films from Ghana, South Africa, Senegal, and from France. So we're really excited about that program as well. And the highlight of that evening, in fact, we have two films that are the highlight of the international program. One is called Soul of Ashanti from Ghana, which is going to be presented by the Africa Channel, which they're very excited to be involved with the International Black Film Festival, because the Africa Channel needs to be in this community, and it's not yet here. So here again is another reason that the International Black Film Festival Nashville serves that purpose of representing the storytellers, these new storytellers from the African diaspora and the black, consciousness around the world.
Wonderful. Now, Hazel, when you say International Black Film Festival, is this the only one in the United States?
Oh, no. There are many international film festivals that look at the diaspora. We're the only one in the state of Tennessee, and maybe one of the very few in the South, period, which is an accomplishment in itself, because we understand, well, look at Tennessee. This is an international state. We're bringing people here from all over the world, and diversity is one of the key things, that we're moving forward to end. We want to make sure that that's in the arts as well. And I wanted to say that France recognized that we had that we were telling the stories of Francophone speaking filmmakers. So therefore, the consulate, the French embassy, called us and asked could they be our partner. So they've been our partner. This is our third year, because we recognize the genius of Ousmane Sembène, who is from Senegal and is the father of African films, but his work is studied throughout the world. He influences film everywhere because of the simplicity of his craft and the way he tells the story. you know, without trick photography, without this, that, and the other. It's just clean, it's beautiful, it's pure.
Wonderful. Oh my gosh, we can't wait.
Well, this is going to be a very exciting festival because there's just so many other things with the local filmmakers that have wonderful projects like A Mother's Prayer.
A Mother's Prayer, that is our success story. A Mother's Prayer with Alvin Moore, who's a graduate of TSU, taught in the public school system at Whites Creek as a drama student. He came, as a drama teacher, came to the festival last year, pitched his idea and his story, and it's a play. It was a theatrical play. He showed that, and he was picked up by a studio because we bring in major studios so these emerging and young filmmakers and veteran filmmakers can pitch their studios to studio heads that they would never have the opportunity to. So his film was selected, and Robin Givens is starring in the role. The young man is in the film himself, Alvin Moore, and with Robin Givens, Johnny Gill, and Shirley Murdoch. That's our Friday night centerpiece film. So he's doing so well that he's already started on his second picture with One Village Entertainment, and as after this it will be on BET. So that's a success story. That's the reason it's important that we need to be the International Black Film Festival of Nashville in Nashville.
Very good.
All right.
And people, you have opened it up to people all across the state of Tennessee.
All across the world, as a matter of fact, because we have a contest. It's not a contest. It's a competition of filmmakers. So we've gotten films this time Ecuador. We have films from Germany. We have films from all over, and it's not just a film festival for just black people. It's people who look at people who are connected all over the world, and we welcome that. So we're really excited because it's expanding and opening up in ways that people may not have thought about. And it's not about who's doing this, a festival of what festival's best. It's about offering an opportunity for everyone. You know, it's good to have more than one car dealership in town.
As they said, touche. Very well put. Okay. Well, you know, now tell me the dates of this is next week.
Yes.
And the 30th, the 31st.
No, it's the 30th.
I mean the 30th and the 1st of October.
October, right.
And the 2nd of October, and it ends the 3rd.
Third and fourth.
Third
Yeah,
and
third
fourth.
and fourth.
Right. So we have of course some wonderful films that people need to come and see of those emerging filmmakers that are coming from, and they're coming with their families and with their friends from Memphis, from New York. We, as I said, from Ecuador, from Georgia, from California. They're coming from everywhere to have their film judged along with their peers.
Oh.
And so it's going to be, you know, an excellent time for us and for Nashville. We want people to come out and support, you know.
And where will it be held?
It will be held at the Opera Mills Regal Theater. And that's another good thing for us.
The whole week?
The whole week, for us to be at the Regal Theater and to have their support. Regal being a Tennessee-owned corporation, embracing us and seeing the value that this is bringing into the state. And it is an added value. This brings about economic development. This brings about education and jobs, as well as the fun and the entertainment.
You have that outlined very well. I said, Miss Founder and CEO of the International Black Film Festival, Nashville.
Right.
That is, Hazel, that is just wonderful. Now, you know, since you can't tell us outside of the two films that you mentioned, but there will be directors and producers here from across the country?
Absolutely. One thing that the International Black Film Festival of Nashville has done is really created a platform to not only entertain but educate. So there will be some key people from, top industry people here. Max Siegel, who is with NASCAR.
And in the film industry as well.
Yeah, so people get a chance to interface with Angela Northington, who's a guru at distribution. There are several other people involved, in all of these workshops that are available to teach people how to pitch their projects, how to develop their project, funding alternatives, technology alternatives, and alternatives in new distribution ways, because things have changed a lot as it relates to filmmaking. It's not the old way of doing things, because there's now new technology, there's the internet, there's access to the world market. So now, our community has to raise up to that level as well and understand that there are different ways now of getting product to market. So this is going to be a wonderful opportunity for people to just interface with, some of the industry leaders and learn firsthand how to put their projects together.
You said there are workshops.
Yes.
So people can come out and
Yes.
receive this wealth of information and education from these directors and producers and people who are coming here to conduct these workshops.
Exactly.
To teach them how to do film.
Right. So many times people say, this is a secondary market. So therefore, sometimes we get skipped over. But right now, one of the #1 categories of films that's out there today is a faith-based film. Well, then the South becomes the primary market. So we tell people who are making film in Hollywood and other places, this is your audience right here. This is the buckle of the Bible Belt, is it not? So this is your audience. So people are now looking at beyond the LAs and New Yorks and Chicagos, to come and bring and meet their audience, and so they can see what their audience wants, how the audience responds to the product that they have out there, as well as finding that new talent, that's in this area.
Well, now Hazel, what is your vision and mission? Your vision for the film festival from here, from this point, and you've been in existence 3 years, and my gosh, you've come a long way in 3 years, just 3 short years, to where you now have people from all these other countries coming here and involved in it. That's in just 3 short years. That's amazing.
Well, we've been blessed. The Lord loves us. We thank Him for that. And so, the vision is to continue to grow the festival and to make it educational opportunities where we involve the full community. That is really my goal. And across the board, I don't want people to be afraid because not to interact because it says black. I'm not afraid because it doesn't say black when I go to another film festival. So, but I understand that it's a place, it's the classroom of the world. So we want to open the doors in that classroom and make sure that people can come and learn and to develop their product, develop what they want to. We want to open doors up to other countries to interact with them. One of the things that Rashid does is he's been working with the Cannes Film Festival for 10 years. So we're developing some programs where we take students, we take senior citizens, we take anyone that would like to go and to be a part and interact with what we do here, as well as connect with our brothers and sisters in France.
Oh my gosh! Now you've been doing that every year?
No, we are just now starting this program
this point.
Yes.
and get this program started. But we did send a student this year to Germany to a cultural diplomacy. We understand that culture, when nothing else can make a change, music, film, theater, and whatnot may be able to make the difference. So we want to cultivate the full community in that.
That is true.
You know, when all else fails. So that is one thing that we are working in. We're looking at all angles. And so, you know, the door is open there for us.
Well, you're right. You know, you made me think that I heard on the news that during the recession and so forth, people were still going to the movies. It was like, because that was mainly the only avenue of entertainment that they could still, you know, feel and maybe splurge on or go to, and that the whole family could have an outing together and really enjoy themselves.
Right.
Is the movies.
It is, but and it's always happened. Depression, one area that never really lost its appeal and that people didn't stop supporting was the entertainment industry. So, you know, that we'll find ways to laugh, find ways to entertain ourselves.
I love
and
that.
I just want to say that, you know, I'm so happy to have Rashid here, but I couldn't have done this without my daughters. They are part of Ingrid, Micah, and Ivy. They're part of this from the very beginning because, you know, somebody has to be supporting you, and they've supported me in this work along the way.
Well, they sort of were co-founders.
They're co-founders. Yes, they are. They are the co-founders.
The founder has to have somebody back there have your back.
Yeah, they got us back.
That is so wonderful, Hazel, that your vision and this whole, the feeling, you can tell you have it at heart, and the whole feeling of the film industry and really trying to help. I like those ideas of the workshops.
Oh, yeah.
The training and education part of it is absolutely fantastic.
Yes, essential. And I think we would be remiss if we just didn't share with your audience a couple other tidbits about the festival this year, which we feel is probably the best yet, is that, one, we have a film that highlights the life story of Bill Withers. Everybody knows Bill Withers. They may not know his name, but they know his music. You know, Ain't No Sunshine.
When she's
you know,
gone.
Yeah, you know, Lean on Me. You know,
that's
everybody.
what I was going to say first.
Everybody knows.
Grandma's hand.
Yeah,
Oh,
everybody
yes.
knows those songs. And we have just a tremendous film about Bill Withers that will show on Saturday evening at the Regal Theater. And then I think to highlight on Sunday is a film called Sacred Journey, which will highlight the Fifth Jubilee Singers making a trip to Ghana, West Africa. And this is a never been seen before film here in Nashville.
By and large, it has not.
Yeah, so we're excited about that because the Jubilee Singers will be performing after the screening. So that's Sunday, and as Hazel has called it, is built into the Faith Day piece of the festival. So we're, you know, those are just some small tidbits,
they are.
but there's so much more. We have over 50 plus films this year in the festival.
Oh, my.
So we are excited, from documentaries to shorts to features, you name it, we have it.
And do you have any animation or
This
films
year,
or
I
any
don't
kind of films for children?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we do have films for children, and on Thursday we are doing a program with the schools. Thursday morning as well, several public schools and private schools will be coming, and we're showing a film there. And Saturday morning we have a live production with children, about 20 kids who are that was done by a story written by a Nashvilleian. And so she's going to direct that play, and the kids going to perform, and there will be films thereafter.
And that's a free program on Saturday morning
Oh, that's
for young people and their families to come out. So the festival is just offering so much, and we're very excited about this year's festival, and we hope Nashville is as well.
And all those activities at the Regal Opryland
Everything.
Opry Mills.
Opry Mills,
Yes.
Opry
right.
Mills,
Right.
Regal Theater.
Yeah.
That is so wonderful from the 30th through the 4th of October.
4th of October.
That's absolutely.
And we'd like to invite people to go to our website.
No wonder you said you'd be here 2 weeks.
Exactly. You said, what does it mean?
Yes, what is the website?
The website is www.ibff www.ibbffnashville.com.
And that's all one word?
www.ibbffnashville.com.
Okay. For International Black Film
Festival.
Festival, IBFFNashville.com.
And
simple.
everything is on the website. And, you know, we forgot the most important part. Parties. Parties, parties, parties.
Well, you can't have a film festival without a
some
party.
celebration.
You gotta celebrate. Absolutely.
Celebrate.
Right.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, so we start off on Wednesday night with, of course, our red carpet event. And then we go to Miro District for our opening gala with Omarosa, and TV1 will be there. So that's going to be an exciting time. So we invite all to come to the parties, and just go on the website and you'll see the listing of the rest of the parties that are coming up.
That is wonderful. Now, you're right. Parties, children, family activities.
That's right.
Entertainment. Oh, my gosh.
We have something for everyone.
The place to be.
Yes, it is.
Well, Hazel, this is so wonderful. And so this is the International Black Film Festival of Nashville,
Yeah.
September 30th through October the
4th.
Absolutely wonderful. Well, Rashid, I just want to tell you, I am so glad to have you in Nashville.
Well, thank you. I am very happy
just
to be
glad
here.
to have you here.
Thank you.
And from Beverly Hills, California, and your entertainment company, and all your traveling, and especially the Cannes Film Festival sounds wonderful.
You got to come with us. Gotta come
don't
with
tip me
us.
there. Don't tip me there.
You got to come with us. Do some interviews from Cannes.
As
Why
I
not?
said, you
That
said
surely
anything but
will.
this word now.
Yeah, I hear you.
And Hazel, it's always a pleasure to see you.
Thank you.
And thank you all for watching. We're on every Wednesday at 10 o'clock and every Thursday at 4:30 and every Saturday morning at 9:30 a.m. Thank you. See you next time.
Yes.